Good morning and welcome to Lifeline. I am filling in today for Danielle Anderson. For those who do not know, Danielle's mother passed away this last week, and we want to throw out some hearts and prayers to Danielle Anderson's family.
We sure do. My prayers are for you, Danielle, and your entire family. We love you, and we're here for you.
We definitely do, indeed. So my guest this morning, or Danielle's guest, is Anna Ramirez-Oots. Am I saying that right?
Anna Reyes-Oots.
Anna Reyes-Oots. And Anna Reyes, you're a lifestyle coach.
I am.
So I'll be the first one to tell you, what is a lifestyle coach?
Okay, that's a great question.
Am I dressed appropriately? Am I matching? Is that what it is?
You can always need help, right? So lifestyle coaching entails anything that would be your confidence, your mindset, your health, your wellness. It can encompass all the goals in your life. So if you're looking to better your lifestyle, you don't feel like you're having your balance, that's where I come in and I help you.
Really? So I should have you come talk to the salespeople about time management, maybe?
Absolutely. See, that's what I love. I get to talk about time management. I create blueprints depending on where you are. I don't like to say the word struggling or where you need help. So there's a life and there's a balance, right? So we have to learn how to do that.
I went to a time management seminar. I think I was 19 years old, and it really did change my life.
Wow.
Because I had a huge territory. I was based in Carthage, Missouri, but I had Joplin, Missouri, which was north. I had Lamar, Missouri, which was south, and then I had the Oklahoma territory, which was west of me. And so I learned real quickly, don't go to Joplin in the morning, go to Jasper in the afternoon, and then go down to, I learned to schedule one day. Tuesday is Joplin, Thursday is this. I made my days, and it really greatly improved, and I saw my sales, when I was in the sales department, grow tremendously.
That's unbelievable. So what was your takeaway besides the fact that you just had to strategize how to use your time better? What was their training for you? I'm curious.
There really wasn't much training. It's just that someone brought it to my forefront that you don't have to say yes to a client. When he says, can you meet me Tuesday afternoon? But you need to be in Joplin on Thursdays. You can say, I can't do Tuesday, but I can do Thursday. And I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. They immediately jump on what that first offer is and don't counter offer. And I counter offer a lot.
That's a really good one. I say you have to learn to say no. Our nature is always, yes, let me see if I can help you, because that's who we are, right? Mm-hmm. We're in this business of helping people. And I say you need to prioritize and learn to say no. It sounds a little bit brutal, but it's the way it has to be.
No, 100%. And of course, I've been in sales and radio almost all my life. That is one of the things that salespeople cannot do very well.
I know.
Is to say no.
Exactly.
The joke is the easiest person in the room to sell is the salesperson.
I love that.
Because they can't say no.
I know.
So how do you help your clients get past that hump?
So the most important thing is you say, where do you get started? I send you a life balance assessment. I ask you some questions about your health, your wellness, your mindset, and your confidence. And that score will come to me and I'll say, okay, let's get a 15-minute coaching session together. And then we break down, okay, why aren't you sleeping enough? Why aren't you putting exercise into your lifestyle?
That why aren't you sleeping enough is an age-old question for me because I do not sleep well.
Right. And you have to prioritize that. That's important. It's part of your health and wellness. Or why aren't you feeling confident? There's something that's holding you back. So I go through the score and we kind of go through it together. It's 15 minutes. It's free. And then I'll say, okay, well, this is what I can help you with. Then the next level, are you hiring me? Let's create a blueprint. And I ask you, I think 20 questions. Ask you a lot of deep questions about your health, about what's your short-term goal. What's your long-term goal? Because depending how long I'm going to be with you, I can't create magic. I can just give you a jump start. And then we take off. And then we meet every week for 30 minutes and sort of kind of break it down. It's a personal journey. I'm not going to help you with, if you have got kids or if you've got a spouse or if you've got issues. It's about you. And I always say it's an inside job. It starts with you.
I love that.
And then it goes from there.
So how did you become a lifestyle coach?
That's a great question. So I always say that I felt like this was my perfect job. I've had it in my DNA forever. It's part of my bio. I was in the legal field for many years. I've helped a lot of people.
Like a lawyer or?
A paralegal.
Paralegal, okay.
So, of course, that is your nature. You're helping people, right? I stepped away from that and I went into the makeup, fashion industry, and I've helped a lot of women feel beautiful from the inside out. I had a huge team of women, and I felt like this is what I'm good at. I love helping people feel good about themselves. And if you know, I'm sure that you do, John Maxwell.
No, love John Maxwell.
Exactly.
Been to several of his seminars.
Exactly. And that was me as well. I flew all over the United States. I read all his books. I did, coaching online.
I have his CD in my car right now.
You see, oh my God, I knew I loved you. I knew I loved you. And my obsession was
John Maxwell is absolutely fantastic.
Exactly. He speaks my language. And I have been going to Orlando to the Day to Grow for several years now that I was closer here because I used to be in South Florida. And I had a coach that they assigned me to, and I kept saying that I wanted to be a coach. And the last time that I went was a year and a half ago. He said, you've been telling me this for 4 years. And I felt like somebody just stabbed me in the heart because he called me out on it. I said, you're right. I'm going to do this. Let's get this started. So last March, it's been a year and plus, I signed up to be a coach under John Maxwell. So I did a whole year of training with him on the computer. A lot of it was online. I had to pass all my tests. And then I went physically in August of last year to Orlando and did my coaching with him and all his top coaches.
So this is off topic a little bit, but does he still go out and do talks?
Absolutely. He gets hired a lot, and that was kind of my take as well. I wanted to have his training. He's older now, and I didn't want to miss the opportunity of saying, what if I would have done this? That wasn't who I wanted to be. So I set myself up to get all my little ducks in order, and then I came back from that training, and I hit the floor running, and here I am as a lifestyle coach.
That is fantastic. And John Maxwell,
I love him.
I don't know if I can call him a hero of mine, but he is an inspiration to me, that's for sure.
He is.
I would love, I'm going to segue into our next talk we're going to talk about. I would love to have John Maxwell come to Flagler County, and I think he would be an amazing speaker for businesses.
I agree.
And I think that's something the bold ladies could do. How'd you like that?
You're awesome. I dream about that. Imagine the impact that he would have. He speaks to so many people at so many different levels.
Yes.
I mean, what's your favorite book if I can call you out on it?
On a book itself, I'm not much of a reader.
Okay. So what is what you understand and love the most about him?
Oh, just how he's always inspirational. He finds a positive in something in everybody. And I remember him telling me that or speaking about that in a seminar in Midland, Texas. And I'm like, really? And he tells you how to, I don't know if chop it up or dumb it down or whatever you want to call it. But, there's something good about somebody and everybody.
Absolutely.
And you can find that. You can have the ugliest person in the world sitting in front of you, but they might have the prettiest feet. I know that's weird.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I'm going to the extreme, but
right.
The session I have gone in with him, that's what I took away is that there's something good in everybody.
Agreed.
And you have to look at yourself first.
That's why.
I mean,
that's why.
I can't say that I have a bunch of goods, but I know I have at least one good in there thanks to what John Maxwell teaches.
So that is the ultimate that he leaves you with is that if you don't help enough people, you will never be successful, which is why bold ladies in business came to fruition. I came from South Florida. I wanted to network with people that were connecting at a deeper level, and I never felt that connection. I started this in my home. It created itself from then on. We're celebrating 5 years of being
Amazing.
Bold Ladies of Business.
So is Bold Ladies an acronym or is it really Bold Ladies?
It is an acronym. Don't ask me what it is because I don't remember it. I'm not going to go in there. But I do say that it took a life of its own because we have helped. It's a nonprofit. We've helped so many different
Well, let's talk about the different people, different things you've done because you're working on a project right now to fund another nonprofit in town. So let's talk about that real quick.
Absolutely. So we are celebrating our 5 years. June 20th, we're going to have our 5-year rooted in our community, rooted in our relationships, and rooted in our business. Our goal is to tackle homelessness. It is a huge problem in our counties, and we have 3 different homeless organizations, nonprofits that are going to come to speak about how can we help them. I believe one is Flagler, one is Volusia, and one is St. John. We could go on and on. We have helped so many different organizations find their voice.
So are you jumping in on the homeless campaign? Is that because DOE just cut away some of the money, or are they just losing funding from donations from there are no more donors?
donors are getting harder and harder to find. And we need to make awareness. People don't think it's affecting them.
Let me ask you, are donors harder to find because the donors don't trust those organizations anymore? Because all this stuff, thanks to Doge, is coming out that, like USAID, is phony baloney.
I think corporations are hurting, so we don't get as many corporate sponsorships as we'd like. Small businesses are hurting a little bit right now, so they're cutting back a little bit. We need to help the voices that are voiceless, right? The homeless. They fall into vets. They fall into women that lose everything. Like, it falls into so many different categories. We are better than that. We are able to do that. So if we can bring awareness to this 5-year organization, last year we tackled human trafficking. It was overwhelming, the response that we got, because we opened eyes to, it's right in your backyard. Mm-hmm. Anybody can have somebody walking around that's homeless, and we don't know that.
So is Bold Ladies a national group, a state group, or how did Bold Ladies get started? Let me ask you that.
We didn't start as a nonprofit. We started as a Facebook group, but
really.
Yes, we did, and it just kept morphing into different chapters, and people wanted to keep growing. So when we were going to complete our 3rd year, we decided we needed to have a bigger platform. The only way to do that was to go nonprofit. We took a huge leap of faith, right? That's the only way we can do things like that, and that's,
which is another John Maxwell teaching.
It is. You have to take that leap of faith. You have to believe that something bigger is going to happen. We surrounded ourselves with women that really believed in our mission and our vision, which is to help business women feel good about themselves, help the community. Back then, when we were starting this, it was the peak of COVID. We came into restaurants when nobody was eating out there, so they were happy to see the Bold Ladies come in. And we have helped several chapters. I'm going to have that number. My sister's going to help me with that. She's the co-founder with me, Alina Perry-Smith. And I'm telling you that it is bigger than we ever expected. We have chapters all over, from South Florida all the way to Duval.
Wow, that's amazing. That's great.
I can tell you, Orlando, we have Duval.
And it all started here in Flagler County.
We are the mothership. We are the mothership.
Alina, is that Dylan's mom?
Correct. Yay, yes. Alina. Yes. She's my sister. She's the.
I did not know that was your sister. Wow. What a small world.
We're getting it done.
Yes.
So we really felt like this is our baby. 5 years is a big deal. We want anybody can come to our beautiful event. Buy your ticket. You're going to have a wonderful time. We have a DJ. We have great music. We have awareness. We have raffle prizes, and it's a gala. It's going to be like a 1920s theme, so you get to wear your Roaring 20s outfits.
Oh my wife's not listening.
Yes, have him buy a ticket and come with you. So that is really, Bold Ladies has impacted the community. Everybody knows about us now. Now charities are coming to us and saying, hey,
we need help.
We need help. Can you help us out?
How much money do you think overall, and I don't know if you prepared for this one there, that you raised in the 5 years that you've been here, and then divvied back out to charities that really need the help?
So I don't have the number. What I'll have the number from the 3rd year that we started, because when we started, we were just giving cash to the organizations when they came to the events. Hey, here's $1,000. Here's $500. So we're going to have that grand number from the 3rd year till the 5 year.
Wow.
And I want to know how many charities we have actually helped. I want to have that magic number on our 5-year anniversary. I think it's going to be pretty impressive, because we've helped a lot of charities every single year. So it like SMART, we've helped them every year. Provision Packs is right on the high list for us. The Women's Shelter as well has been a big part. So we've helped a lot in repeat. And now we're finding new ones as well.
That's great. And we need to take a fast commercial break. When we come back, I have more questions about
I can't wait.
Bold Ladies.
Yay.
This is Lifeline. We'll be right back right after this.
Thank you so much for recommending us to your family and friends. When you need a 30, 60, or 90-minute massage, it's real easy to book your appointment online. MassageByNatalie.org. MassageByNatalie.org.
Are you wondering if that old paint in your garage is still any good?
Bring it in. We'll let you know.
And while you're at it, if you need to match a color,
chip off some paint and bring it in.
Our color matching is unmatched.
Benjamin Moore, corner of Old Kings and Utility Drive,
Palm Coast.
Good morning and welcome back to Lifeline. I'm filling in for Danielle Anderson today. Unfortunately, Danielle is gone. Her mother passed away suddenly. And so I am filling in with her and praying for her today as well as Anna.
I am. We're with you, Danny. We love you. We miss you.
So, Bold Ladies, what's the requirements for a person to join? Could I join as a man, or is it strictly chicks?
Just chicks. Chicks. We want women. That's how we created it. That's how the bylaws are created. You can come to our event. You can be part of that, our 5-year anniversary. I can't believe we're saying that. If you are a businesswoman, if you want to be part of a networking group that is just about really connecting, it is not about selling. We don't even want you to bring your business cards. That's how much we want you to connect. You can join. We have a beautiful website, which is boldladiesinbusiness.org or boldladiesdirectory.org. Those are the ways you sign. For $50 a year, you can become a Bold Lady. You have a beautiful name tag, and then you can promote your business. You can be part of a network that is all over Florida, and everybody gets to network with each other. It's not just Flagler County.
No, that's just great. That is absolutely great. And so you have chapters in St. John's, Flagler, Volusia, where else?
St. John, Marion County, Seminole County, Orange County, Broward County. Am I missing anybody? Gosh, they're going to be Alachua County. We were in Hillsborough for a minute. It's still open, but it's a little bit slower because we're not there. And you have to find the right leaders. As we go back to the Maxwell, when the leaders are there, then we can create a bigger environment. And we have a little bit of activity in Palm Beach County as well.
Well, that's amazing.
I know.
And it's all started here in Flagler County.
It did. Flagler County is something else. I've lived in Broward, and I always say that this community comes together for so many things, and everybody has a heart to give back. And I think that's why we were so successful from the gate. So
you mentioned your fundraiser coming up on the 20th of June.
Yay.
You mentioned that there's 3 homeless charities that you're going to be funding. Who are they?
My sister has that list. I didn't think you were going to ask me that. It's on the website. It's on the invitation. One is from St. John, one is from Volusia, and one is from Flagler. They're going to have representatives there.
How did they get chosen? Do you guys put them in a hat and draw, or is there criteria to be funded by Bold Ladies?
There's criteria. Obviously, they have to be a nonprofit. They have to be active. They have to have all their, certifications, and they have to be willing to come, have a representative be part of it. We're looking for the need. And it looks like these were really people that are working it and need.
If I remember correctly, Bold Ladies brought in a big check, I think, for the Radio Foodathon. Did you know?
We did.
That's right.
We did.
Hopefully you'll do that again.
We will. We're always rallying. We've helped so many organizations, and now it feels so good to be part of this. Bold Ladies are amazing. If I ask them, listen, we need help for this, we're going to get rally. We're going to have these women come here. What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? That's why it's so good. You understand, we have such a beautiful community here. But now we're seeing those pockets in all the other chapters.
And I might be crossing the line here, but do you feel that the Bold Ladies organization that does fundraisers without any men at all involved, it's because women have bigger hearts than men?
We are different in the sense that we network different. We do business differently. We are heart related. Men are business related. They just go and get a transaction.
Your mother instincts kick in, where for the guy, every time my wife brings up something, I'm like, "Where's my wallet?" We think money.
Yes, but we think, how can we do this? Because when these organizations come and talk to us, now we're thinking, can we go volunteer? What do you need? Do you need supplies? Do you need my time? It's not just the money that we're looking to get. We want to get awareness.
Right.
See, it's all about the awareness. And then you don't know when one of these organizations might need help. There are women that have suffered domestic violence. Now they know where to go. Family Life Center. Mm-hmm. See, it's real. And
that is a group that really needed the last 2 years money because
I know.
That one group, I forgot what it was called. Anyway, they pulled $50,000.
They did.
They got it every year, and then all of a sudden it just disappeared. And it had nothing to do with COVID. Correct. It had to do with the new board. Just like Flagler doesn't need our help, and I think that's just wrong.
Yes. They came and they spoke to our event in April, and she told us that they were now missing a huge chunk of money. I think it's iCare, Florida Care, so I don't know what organization it was specifically. And now they're missing some of that money, their funds. So we rallied. I think we rallied. We got like a check for like $1,500 one night. It's pretty good.
That's great. No,
right?
That is really good.
And they were our 3-year anniversary, and I think we rallied and we got like $3,000 for them, which I thought was really nice as well.
That's great.
Love what they're doing, and there's a huge need.
Indeed. Flagler County, there's a huge need everywhere.
I know.
And especially, I always lean, now talking about not having a heart, but I do have a heart for children.
I know you do.
And I always lean towards those organizations that help out the children. And that's one reason why David Ayers and I are so behind the Foodathon, because I think last time I told there was 460 children in Flagler County that are food deprived. And I'm like, what do you mean by that?
I don't understand.
I was shocked. There's 400 and some odd children in Flagler County that are sleeping on their best friend's couch because their family has just pushed them out or walked away.
Exactly.
And that is just shocking me, even for a guy.
I know. Provisions packs. That's why I felt so compelled.
Yes.
They create little bags of food on the weekend. There's several schools here in Flagler County and in Volusia, but we rallied with Rick Myers, who's amazing, and they create little bags to go home with, like peanut butter, cookies, little snacks that we can give them in a little book bag, and they go home for the weekend. Some of these kids are sleeping in their car, and I don't understand this.
It's crazy in this day and time.
I don't understand it, but we can help. Every little bit counts.
And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm so glad I'm filling in today for Danielle for sad reasons. You and I see each other socially at networking events. I've never actually had a deep conversation like I am right now. And I am deeply touched and shocked. I had no idea Bold Ladies was created right here in Flagler County.
It was. It's
amazing what is done in Flagler County. I ran into a friend / client of mine, Curtis Sabellis, who has Invisicook and all that. He ships all around the world right here out of Bunnell.
There you go.
And he's such a great guy, and he's one of those guys that gives back to the community. And he told me at the grand opening of the hotel the other day, he never wants to leave Bunnell. He loves it here because we got to talking about tariffs and how it's affecting him.
Yeah.
But he goes, nope, I'm never going to leave Bunnell. I'm going to stay here the rest of my life. This is the town that helped me get started. This is the town that's behind me. And I think that's great what you're doing for Flagler County. You're making a major impression with Bold Ladies chapters starting here and spreading, hopefully, across the United States before long.
That's my goal, right? And I'll tell you where it was born. It was born in the parking lot of Hooligans.
Oh, wow.
June 2020. We had to wear a little mask, and there was 11. I call it the Ocean's 11. 11 of us originals. And Nadine King was our very first nonprofit that we gave money to.
Oh.
And she's going to be speaking.
Christmas Come True, if you don't know who that is.
Christmas Come True is everything. We've helped them. We have our second annual golf tournament that we were partnered up with Christmas Come True. That was Bold Ladies. We partnered up with Smart in November. We did a fashion show. It was a huge success. They're going to have the second annual fashion show in November. So we've partnered up with several organizations to help them promote their nonprofits and raise money.
That is fantastic.
And awareness.
So I do want to bring that up. How do I get in touch with you if I want to, one, participate with you in a charity fundraiser?
Yay.
If I'm a charity and I need help, how do I get in touch with you? And two, how do I get tickets to the 20th event?
Perfect. So boldladiesinbusiness@gmail.com. That is the best way. I will send you the link. My sister and I have all access to those emails. You can go to boldladiesinbusiness.org. That is our website. We have the group, Bold Ladies in Business, Flagler County. You can also send me a message there. I think that's the way. If you're a businesswoman, we want you to be part of this journey with us. I can't wait. We meet once a month. Third Tuesday of every month. That's for Flagler. Each chapter meets on a different date. I can't tell you what day. You can check the website. And this June is going to be our 5-year anniversary. I can't wait.
That is fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Once again, I really want to push this out there. And I'm hoping the Chamber of Commerce is listening to the show today because we would love to bring John Maxwell to Flagler County. I mean, he would be very inspirational for every business person, for every member, for every resident, really.
Absolutely.
And so
Absolutely.
John, if you're listening, we want John Maxwell in town.
We need you.
Indeed. Anna, thank you very much for
You're
coming on the show.
amazing.
And
Thank
Danielle
you.
Anderson, you have our prayers. We hope to see you back here next Saturday here on Lifeline. That's this week's show. We'll see you next Saturday.